Good morning, everybody. It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in this super cool 68 Chevrolet Camaro with a aluminum headed 383 and automatic. This is probably one of the better built or better Camaros that I've had in a while. It's pretty much got everything done to one that you're going to want to do to one of these cars. And I'm going to kick on the AC here because it is cold outside, or excuse me, it is hot outside. I don't know why I said it was cold. All right, here we go. All right, so this particular 68 Camaro I bought from out west. It is a super solid car. Like I mentioned before when we first started driving, this car has pretty much everything done to it that I would do to a Camaro. Starting on the mechanicals, it has a Blueprint 383 crate motor with aluminum heads. The gentleman that I bought it from told me he was the one that purchased the motor from Blueprint, and it was the 410 horse. I've reached out to Blueprint just to get the specifications on the motor because the guy didn't have the receipt for it, so I'm waiting for confirmation on the 410 horse. But driving this car, it definitely feels like it's 400 plus horsepower. It runs extremely well, and I love getting these cars that already have the Blueprint crate motors, or really any crate motor, but the Blueprint stuff is really, really well. All their motors are great. And this one being the higher horsepower setup with the aluminum heads, it runs extremely well. It's backed by a turbo 350, so it's not the transmission that I would personally put. I would have done a 700 R4, but it doesn't have too much gear. Like right now we're cruising about 70 miles an hour, 65, 70 miles an hour, and it's not wrapped out, so you can cruise on the highway with it. You do have power steering, you do have power disc brakes, and then a great addition is it also does have the Holley Sniper setup. And it has the screen set up right here, right in front of the driver, so it looks really nice. And the Holley Sniper setup is my favorite fuel injection, and it works really, really well. Another great thing about this particular Camaro, it does have factory AC, and the AC again blows really nice and cold. It's already mid-90s here at 8:45 in the morning in Texas, and the air is blowing really nice, and I got it on the low setting right now. So that's a really, really big bonus. So it makes the drivability a whole lot more comfortable with the air, especially here in Texas. Steering is really easy. All of the front end steering components, all that stuff looks great, looks all newer. Same thing with the brakes, all that stuff looks newer. Has a really nice set of exhaust on it. It's got some Flowmaster muffler, so it sounds great. Flowmaster is my preferred muffler on pretty much everything. It just goes behind, or it sounds really good behind just about anything. All right, warmed up here. We have 2 gauges under the dash. There's a water temperature and an oil pressure gauge, but obviously your Sniper setup tells you all that info as well. And then you have your standard gauges, your speedometer, and your fuel gauge behind the Holley Sniper. Yeah, this car runs really, really well. That was about half throttle, and we got to about 70. I would have stayed in it, but we got a cement truck here in front of us. But mechanically, this car is spot on. It pulls really hard. The transmission shifts really nice and positive. And then again, with the Sniper setup, you're not messing around with a carburetor, so that's always a big bonus. As far as the interior goes, it has the really nice Pro Car front seats. The center console looks brand new. The back seat is a stock style Camaro back seat, which is really, really clean. Headliner, visors, dash, all that stuff is really, really nice. Has a set of black mats in it, nice black carpet. If I was going to complain about anything on the interior, is the package tray in the back. It just has some black carpet. It looks good. It's not what I would have personally done, but it's not hurting anything. It still looks good. It does have a retro sound radio with Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth works. It does only have a single speaker in the center of the dash. So for someone to kind of upgrade the stereo system, you can put a couple speakers in the kick panel, or excuse me, in the either the kick panels, or you can put it in the package tray in the back. Get a little bit more sound out of the stereo, but it does work out of the center speaker in the front. Road feel is excellent. All the suspension stuff, it's stock style equipment, but it looks like it's been gone through at some point, and the road feel is really nice and tight. No weird sounds, nothing shaking. It's a really good, tight driving car. As far as things that don't work, it's a really short list. When you put this car in reverse, the little white lights and the tail lights don't come on. So something's going on with the reverse lights. Again, if you watch our videos or see our stuff, it's a really common thing. It's generally something that we don't address because it's not that big of a deal. And then the only other thing that's not working is the horn's not hooked up. The rest of your lights, the rest of your gauges, all that stuff works. And then on the exterior, all your lights on the outside are working. And a really cool thing for the RS front end, it has the DSC electric conversion for the headlight doors. Having the original stuff is cool, but the DSC stuff, if you've again watched our videos on Camaros, I always talk about that. That's the one that I prefer. It seems like it's the most user-friendly and easiest one to install. And once you have it done, just the headlight doors open and close exactly like they're supposed to. It's a really nice bonus on all the first generation Camaros if you have RS. So the headlight doors open and close great with that DSC conversion. The paint on this particular Camaro, I don't know when it was done. It's a custom color. It's outside, it's when the sun's not hitting it, it's almost a maroon, but when the sun hits it, it almost gets like an orange tint to it, and it's a really good looking color. It's got a couple small little flaws. It was painted before I bought it, and the guy that I bought the car from had it for a number of years, and he said it was painted before he bought the car. So the paint is a little bit older. It still shows really nice, just with some smaller little flaws. Nothing that's egregious, no bad body work, just some smaller little imperfections here and there that I could send you photos of. And then you got a nice set of wheels and tires. Bumpers look good. And then all your glass is really nice. You have your standard crank windows. All the windows roll up and down like they should. Windshield is really nice, and the back glass is also really nice. Camaro's a lot of fun. Has plenty of power to do whatever you want to do. Transmission, like I said before, is set up really well. It shifts nice and positive. There's no lag. Just a tight car front to back. I always like a 4 or 5 speed, but sometimes it's nice to hop in an automatic and not have to shift gears, and you just hop in and put it in drive and go. This is a Camaro you can hop in, go wherever you want to go. It's just a good, tight, well ironed out car mechanically. Bottom side is rock solid. The floors, the frame rails, inside the trunk, and also the drop downs, just a really good rust-free solid car on the bottom. Wait for this car to go. Got a pickup coming. All right. As always, guys, I really appreciate you stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else you want to see, don't hesitate to leave me a comment on the YouTube channel. Or if you don't follow us already, check us out at pcclassiccars.com. My cell phone is 903-820-1019. If you have any questions, you can call or text me. If you don't already follow us, check us out at pcclassiccars.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, pretty much across all social platforms. It's going to be PC Classic Cars. Thanks again for stopping in to watch the video, and we'll see you guys again on the next test drive video.